in this picture, there's a transmission, shifter, and a bunch of parts that are all gonna go into that thing. I don't have a clutch and a flywheel, but as you can see, we're missing the original transmission. Used to be right there. So that's all gone. I'm gonna prep this car, hopefully as much as I can, so that I can get under here and put, you can't see it, can you? And put the clutch pedal thing in there. So that's the scoop today. We got a lot to do, and oh, if you haven't noticed, you're watching Wrenching the Race. A lot of parts to do, a lot of work to do. It's Saturday, but here I am at the shop working on the Golf, and I'm inside and there's heat. Outside, cold and snow. So let's get started. I'm gonna take you inside here. I'm hoping that I don't have to remove the seat to actually get to all this stuff, but it's already looking a little crazy. So basically, I have to mount that thing up on top of this thing. So I basically have to like somehow move all this stuff to get up there, to get up on top of that. So I don't know, put you in time lapse, I guess. All right. This is fun. Why isn't it ever just fucking easy? Ah, yeah, baby. Clutch cable gone. The big trick will be to see where those shifter cables come in to keep them away from that downpipe. Eesh. And then all this shifter linkage I gotta get rid of too, because this doesn't stay. That's gotta go. How's all this stuff hooked in? I don't know, that's that. This looks like it's just on that. That's onto that. Now maybe I'll go under and pull that off. I don't know if you notice, but there's a bracket missing down here. And apparently, I have installed the bracket. Now I gotta put the other stuff on it. Let's see if I can keep this here and do that. Look at that. There's a master cylinder on this Mark II GTI. Well, it's a Golf. But what I did just now was run that hydraulic cable through the firewall. Oh, look at this, right here. Well, we definitely don't want it coming up here, so let's see what we can do with that. The problem is I can't get through here. And look at that, just like that, we have a hydraulic cable. Let's see if we can put this here. Hydraulic cable run through firewall. Huge. I guess huge. I mean, I don't really know. That's the fucking throttle cable. Well, let's just put this here for now. But look at that. See that? That goes to the slave cylinder on the transmission when we get that thing in there. That's gonna be fun. All right, I think I just did the hardest thing yet. So you can look up there. See that shiny nut? That bolt right in the middle? That connects the slave cylinder arm piece, whatever, to the clutch pedal. And that bolt was just a freaking bitch to put in. I got to tighten that up, and then a couple other things, and we're doing pretty good. Amazing. Great job. Fabless Manufacturing. Unbelievable. We have install. So basically, you got your master cylinder there. You got your brake reservoir up there, going in there. The whole bracket is on. And I even put on this steering column stiffener. So I put it in the position of the down position because it's an adjustable steering column. And this should be good. And then I ran the thing through there, hose line through there, and it's up. So next thing we'll go do is transmission stuff. So we got a bunch of stuff from DieselGeek. This replaces this whole thing, and then this, the up-down thing, replaces this. And then, you know, some other parts and stuff go in there as well. So I'm going to put all that stuff on. I think I'm going to put on this new bearing that goes in there just because I can. And then that probably will be it for today because I can't do much more without a clutch and a flywheel. So let's see if I can get this stuff in. Oh, I think I wanted to take this guy off first. So here, little clip, a mount clip. This thing should slide out. Look at that. So now I have to position. Get this guy. This is a little plastic piece. That Delrin piece goes in that thing. But let's see if we can get this off. Now, that goes there. And that goes here. That. Get a wrench, tighten these up. Off in there. Still missing that, like a nut. Oh, that nut goes there. All right, hold on. Look. So that piece is in. That nut goes on the back side. As you can see, this is the DieselGeek stuff. Awesome stuff. Now, this piece will go in that hole. One of these on here. One of these on there. But let's put this stuff in after we get this off. All right, so that comes off. Those are the old pieces. These are the new pieces. So this end, which now has those pieces in it, super solid. This makes you go from basically in neutral right now, and then I think this is, you pull it, well, let's see, goes down, goes up. It's a little stiff. Well, that's in there. I think once the cables start moving everything around and all that stuff will be dialed in. With the shifter kit installed, let's see what other pieces I have for this guy. I don't know where all my other pieces are. What the fuck? Did I forget a box at home? Why do I have the weakest impact driver?
the amount of money that's going to go.
Dude, these bolts were like fucking 40 torques on this seal. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what we're fun to see some of those.
Look at that.
Yeah. Nice.
That's worth replacing, right?
Oh, yeah, that thing was like shit.
Look at this guy.
Yep. Nice.
Should I grease this at all?
I would just wipe that shaft down so there's not junk in there, but. And yeah, good old Ian gets to be the tuner for all of us, so. I told you the Aspen's getting V8, right?
Well, maybe when we start, I don't know.
In a rude way, but I don't think it looks like a fucking C-Class car.
I know, it does. Look at that.
Nice.
That looks nice.
Damn, look at that shot.
New pivot point.
Yep.
What's this thing called? The shaft?
I mean, input shaft.
Input shaft seal?
Seal, yeah.
There we go on that. This guy. We'll go here, pivot off of that, go long. But there's a clip I have for that. And that's where we are. I guess I'm going home now because I got nothing else to do. All right, so let's see if we can get in here and show you this fucking removal because it's super interesting. I like when the ratchet says on or off.
That helps.
Yeah. You know it's good when you can make noise like that. The problem though with the subframe, I think the steering rack, all that shit's attached to it. Look at that. Bam. Mount off.
So we're running, listen to this list. We're running VIR.
Yeah.
So Virginia, new track. We're running Road America.
Yeah.
Long distance new track. Like 14 hours, 13 hours away.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I
mean, it's like driving down to Barber.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not going to tighten this down all the way because I want to have maybe a little play in this mount. Ow. All right, cool. So this is in there, kind of tight. So that's how that mount's going to go, boys and girls, in YouTube land. Oh. There is something else I could do. In trying to utilize my time, I'm going to take these axles out because we're not using them. I guess I need that breaker bar. Oh, you know what this? You want to see the flex in the with the control arm?
Yeah.
Watch this. This must have been a fucking bear to drive, right? Oh shit!
Don't hurt yourself.
God damn! You have a what's that fucking bar? That was a little loose.
Everything on the right side was not there.
Jesus, that's scary loose.
Oh, yeah. That's hot.
All right, so while I'm here, I decided to do whatever I can to the car to make it easier to put the new stuff in. So one thing, remove old shifter. That was really fun. Also, remove all the stuff that the old shifter mounted to. Those points down there, that's where the shifter linkage was mounted to. We don't need that anymore because we're having cables. So that stuff's gone. And then to do all this fun stuff, I had to undo the whole exhaust to get underneath over there, which is where, right up in there, that's where the shifter is above that. that's one of the reasons the shifter melted. So let's go take a look at the shifter. So here's the old shifter, and here's the heat shielding that was above it, or actually below it, in between the shifter, which is, this was in the car like this, and then underneath it, you see we melted, this was like this, obviously not enough. So this is all pretty much garbage. I don't think anybody really wants this stuff. We're never going back to it with this car. So I gotta see what is worth keeping, if anything, and then get rid of stuff. These are the axles I also took off, which actually are totally fine. So what I'm gonna do is take these two ends, these CV inners, that are 90 millimeters, and change them to 100 millimeters, so we have a spare set of axles. That'll be good. And that's it for today's work. We got the transmission stuff all together, except for the throwout bearing, and it's just time to put the car away. Say goodnight to this thing, and that's a wrap on tranny prep. I'm not sure if that's a appropriate thing to say, but here on Wrenching to Race, inappropriateness is our motto. Thanks for watching.